So I'm back out. It's the next weekend. Sometimes the best thing you can do is go away and let your mind noodle on a project for a little while to figure out what your next course of action ought to be. I know I'm going to take that cedar tree down. I'm going to get my chainsaw out. I've got my pants and all my stuff. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a road that kind of cuts through here. So all this little stuff over to that big tree back there, all this little stuff's going to have to come out of the way so that I can swing around. You might see the little red stake right there between those two stumps. That's where I'm going to go around the corner. So I'm just going to take out all this little stuff today and take out that cedar tree and see how fast I do all that. And then I might take another cedar tree down and then maybe a third cedar tree down, but that's probably not going to be today. But when I get done with all that, I should have a nice little path through the woods straight to here. I can then turn and go down that hill. And then that'll be my fence row down to the back pasture. A lot of stuff kind of in the way to do that. So that's what I'm doing. All right, that's all that. Now I got to get them all out and run them through the grinder. And then I'll spread the mulch like I did last week. Then I'll start taking down some bigger things, all reduced to that. So I've got my path cut through there. I've kept a couple of the bigger trees that I think are out of the way. So I'll drive this way. You know, I've got to that, you can kind of see that red pin right there. I've got that I can swing, and I think I can even get my big truck on that swing once I take that cedar out and once I take all this out. I'm going to leave this hickory. I think that's a hickory. I'm going to leave it for now because it's right on the corner. My path is going to run between the hickory down this fence row, and it goes right through there. And I'll clean that out next once I get my road. Next is that cedar tree. Now that's the biggest tree I've ever dropped. That's not a big tree, but for me, that'll be the first one that I've ever done that's that big. And it looks like it wants to lean that way, but I want it to drop this way. So we'll see if I can get that done. By the way, what a freaking beautiful day in Tennessee. It's not even going to crack 80 today. So we're in mid-September, and it's pretty cool out here. So I think it's a great day not to die underneath a tree. So let me try not to do that. I can't believe it. Not perfect. My chainsaw got cut as it fell over. I mean, it got caught as it fell over, and I didn't get my cuts all the way I really should have done it, but it basically went right where I wanted it to go. For a first time, I'll take that. That's a win for me. All right. Got it limbed pretty good. I'll chop the rest of that up when I get it pulled out. Not perfect, but I'll take it. It definitely makes me feel better about the next two that I have to pull down. You know, it really opens this area up too. You know, the sky now is visible. Which is part of the reason I want to leave that hickory tree there, because I'm hoping it'll fill in. And then there's this giant oak that will probably shoot some branches off. There's another pin oak right there. I'm thinking these oak trees they'll shoot branches out, and there's some hickory trees in here as well. There's another great big hickory tree. So I'm definitely leaving the good trees that I want to keep. And I think it'll be good to get some of this. I mean, cedar trees to me are worthless. I mean, you can provide a windbreak, I guess, during winter, but I mean, that's what this little valley is going to do anyway. So if I ever have animals and I want to get them into the woods, they can just get down in this valley and get out of the wind if they need to. So I'll just solve that problem another way. My biggest concern is I got to get through these woods, and these cedar trees in the woods are worthless. So they're all coming out. And that's pretty much it. Tree was right there, fell it right there. Got some good I guess if you want to burn cedar, I got some good little cedar to burn. Cedar's not really great to burn. Fell over here, cleaned it all up, and that's pretty much all that's left of it. The little chipper does a good job, man. I've used this thing a ton. So, firewood, mulch, 2 stacks of mulch today, and cleaned out woods. So I'll drive my tractor or truck through here. I will then turn, because there's my property line on the red dot right there. I'll turn and go that way. This tree comes out next, along with that tree, and then I'll take out, there's a piece of metal fencing here. I'll take this fence out. I'll chop this log and spin it around that way. I'll leave it to rot, and then I'll have my road. This is the hardest part of all this, because once I get down there, I've already cleaned out this. I might have to take out a few more trees, but once you get past the little gully there, it goes up the hill and there's nothing really big in the way, so it'll be small stuff. There's one hackberry tree right there in the middle, which I don't know what I'm going to do with. I'm probably going to wind up cutting it out. But hey, I'm a professional logger now. I mean, these cedar trees, they're nothing to me. Look, you're nothing. I can fall a tree exactly where I want it to be. And I'm still going to leave this hickory because I think it'll come and fill that in. And I don't think it's going to be in my way. If I'm having to turn that tight, that's a mess anyway. I like the plan. Like I said, sometimes you just need to noodle on it. So that's why I'm not moving fast on any of this. Like, I've only been out here a few hours. I could probably take down this other tree today. I'm just not going to do it. I'm going to load up and take the firewood back up to the place, and then I'm going to call it a day and be out next weekend, and I'll probably take both those cedar trees out next weekend. Especially if it's cool like this. This is perfect. Beautiful. So I'll take it. I'll take it every weekend I can get it. Love it.